Learn all about living in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico from expat Debbie Baker in this video interview with expats in Mexico.
Came here for a holiday for a couple of weeks, went back, absolutely loved it. I was here for 3 weeks, gave notice at work for 3 months, came to Puerto Vallarta for 3 months, lived in a couple different areas just to get the feel of it, and then made up my mind that this was amazing. So I went home, gave my notice, and packed everything up and drove down to Puerto Vallarta.
And you were working for a real estate firm in Vancouver at that time?
I was working for the police and
the real
Port
estate.
Moody and real estate, Sutton First West.
Ah. And so when you landed, well, you drove down.
I drove down, yeah, 5 days, 5,000 kilometers.
Well, you get a Purple Heart for spending that much time in the car.
I would do it again anytime.
So you've lived in a couple of different places around Vallarta since you've
Yes.
lived here?
Yeah, that was my main goal, was to, in 5 years, because I wanted to buy within 5 years of living here. And so I wanted to live in 5 different areas.
And which areas were those?
I lived in El Centro, in the Marina, in Cinco de Diciembre, Fluvial, and then I bought in Las Gaviotas.
What do you like about Las Gaviotas?
It was just family oriented, and I bought basically when I knew I was expecting my son. And so I wanted somewhere not in a gated community, because I don't like that type of atmosphere myself, but I just wanted safe, big streets, friendly neighbors, like, you know, friendly but keep to themselves kind of thing. And that's how Las Gaviotas is.
Yeah, it's quiet there.
It's quiet and good neighbors, well established. Not a lot of rentals, or if there is, it's well established rentals.
A lot of the professional class
Yes.
live
Yeah.
there. A lot of doctors, lawyers, and successful real estate people. What's your house like?
Very modest. I think, honestly, it's probably one of the smallest in Gaviotas. It's a corner house, which is great. 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom, no pool. I didn't want a pool with a kid. And so, but it's very nice. Yeah.
When did you buy that?
Almost 10 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
what did it cost you back then?
Oh, I got a really good deal on it because I was the property manager. And so.
Oh, well, how much did you pay?
I think at the time I paid around $225.
Oh,
or
that is a good
$230.
deal.
It's a great deal.
Yeah.
Yes. I have an office at my house as well as my office in Plaza Caracol. But it's just nice to be able to, instead of popping the computer open on the table, I've got an actual office built into the house. So.
But no pool?
Yeah, no pool. Don't want a pool at the home.
Okay, well, you're close enough to the beach, doesn't make that much difference.
I own another property where there's a pool.
Oh, you do? Oh, so you can use that property?
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The Grand Venetian. So I've got 5 pools there to use.
Oh, so you have a condo in the Grand Venetian
Yes.
that you purchased then you rent it out to.
Yeah,
All these people are swarming down here.
exactly. Very good rentals there.
Let's talk about the people who are coming down here. You mentioned that a little earlier, that there are a lot of people post-COVID that are moving to Vallarta,
Yes.
and many of those people are digital nomads, people who are working online for companies in the U.S. and Canada or other countries, depending on where they're from, or working online as entrepreneurs or contractors. They're buying or renting.
I would say they come here and they rent first just to get the feel of it, and then they're buying. There is some that they come here on a vacation, they enjoy it, go home, look online, and buy. And so there's a good mix.
So they're actually buying online as
Oh, yeah.
opposed to coming back and doing it face to face.
Yeah, I've had 2 of those recently.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, go in, do a video, send them the video, and they put in an offer.
I've talked to a lot of real estate people over the past 6 months or so saying that this is the best real estate year Mexico, not just Puerto Vallarta,
Yes.
has had in decades.
I've heard that as well. Yeah.
All that pent-up demand. But don't you think that COVID changed the rules of the game quite a bit in terms of the ability to work from home.
Definitely, it really helps.
And that's really, people now realize that, hey, I love Puerto Vallarta. I've been here on vacation.
That's right,
It's a great place to live.
yeah.
And it's way cheaper than living where I was living
That's right.
in Los Angeles or
Vancouver.
Vancouver,
Yeah,
where you have a
rent-wise.
commute and the rental prices with inflation have gone up so dramatically. But they've gone up here too. Now, most people are renting or buying condos or homes.
In my experience, it's condos. We just have a higher amount of them. I mean, they're popping up everywhere. So,
And what kind of price range are we looking at for like a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo that people might be looking for?
depends on the area. I mean, I just sold one in Grand Venetian, $375, and so
How big of a place was that?
1 bedroom, 2 bathroom.
Oh gosh, that's not cheap.
No, but I mean they're fully.
But it's right on the
furnished,
water,
right on the
they're beautifully
water,
done,
yeah.
sure.
5 pools, restaurants.
It's right behind La Isla Shopping Center.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Locate. You can't buy that. I can't think of anywhere in Vancouver you could buy something like that.
And rentals are, for example, in the better areas like Fluvial, like Las Gaviotas. Of course, there aren't many rentals in Las Gaviotas. And in Versailles, for example, in the hotel zone, the northern part of the city, are running at what?
For condos.
No, well, for both houses and condos.
Okay, I would say fully furnished homes are gonna go between 15 and 2,000, depending if you have a pool and what have you, what's included. Rentals on houses, or condos, sorry, is, again, the size, 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom, you're in and around, I'd say 12 to 16.
12 to 16.
Yeah. It
Are there
depends.
options for people who have their own furniture?
Definitely. Yeah.
And what happens if you look at a place and say, I love this place, but it's furnished, but I have my own furniture, what do I do?
Yeah, it depends on the owner. I mean, some owners, they have the ability to move it somewhere else if they've got 2 properties or a bodega or a friend. Other owners are like, no, I mean, it's furnished.
That's the way
as
it is. Yeah, that's the way it is. So
Exactly.
there'd be, but so there's some flexibility in that.
Yes, depending on the owner.
Yeah, and so Fluvial is very much of a, not so many condos, but more homes, more contemporary homes. And Versailles is even closer to the beach.
Yes.
And they say that's becoming the new Brooklyn or the new,
Yeah.
Soho or whatever,
That's right.
right?
Yeah, lots of restaurants, I mean, there's
Lots of
lot-
nightlife and retail and
Yeah,
things like that.
yeah,
And they're building a lot of new condos there too. Yeah.
a lot.
And then we shift and heading towards downtown, you've got the 5th of December that people seem to love.
Yes,
And that's a nice mix of both condos and houses also.
yes, exactly.
Are there quite a few rentals in that area?
Cinco de December, yes. Yeah, there are. Yeah, and it runs straight down to your lower and then your upper, so it depends on people's walking
Sure,
ability and.
Sure. Then there's
yeah.
that kind of the back area of the hill that has the view of the mountains
Yes.
and the north.
Exactly.
And it seems like there's a lot of construction going on up in that area. Some
Lots.
really nice, big, beautiful homes up there.
That's right.
Yeah. And is that, when we're talking about price ranges, so would Fluvial and Versailles and the hotel zone be comparable? And then as you move closer to town, when you get to the 5th of December, and then Centro, and then a little bit south in the romantic zone, when you get to Amapas up in the hills, all the condos up there, and Conchas Chinas, and that area, what, more expensive?
Yes, definitely. The
Yeah.
further south you go, because you're gonna get the views, and closer to the Malecon, closer to the downtown.
So you don't have to have a car, really?
Exactly.
Yeah. And so what would you be looking for a rented, let's look at 2 different things. Let's look at the 5th of December, for example, for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home to rent, and maybe a 2-bedroom, 2.5-bath condo to rent in that area. What would be the,
In and around Cinco de December?
yeah.
Well, Well, I mean, it depends, again, on what is included. I mean, I have a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo right now that is available. It is $1,500 a month and doesn't have a pool. Below that, there's a
2-bedroom,
2-bathroom on 2 levels with a pool, and that one's $1,800.
Oh,
So just
okay.
between, you know.
Yeah, well, adding the pool,
includes-
is it a small plunge pool, or is it,
No, it's
like a
it's-
regular pool?
Yeah, it's a regular pool. It's a
Oh.
good size.
okay.
Yeah.
And then when you get down farther south, that's really more inclusive condos in the newer areas that, like Amapas has lots of new condominiums and quite large, some of those.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so,
Yeah, those you're looking up 2022
Yeah.
or more.
Conscious Chinas has older properties, more established neighborhood, upscale,
Yes.
smaller condo buildings, not the huge
Mm-hmm.
multi-unit condo buildings. More charming, older, been built,
Exactly.
been there a long time.
Yeah. It's got the
And,
Mexican flair.
and so you're gonna pay a little bit more there, Conscious Chinas,
Yes.
or,
All
yeah,
Conscious Chinas, they say, is like
Beverly Hills
Beverly
of Puerto
Hills,
Vallarta, yeah.
Hollywood. Yeah.
All right. So you'd mentioned also that as far as, because you're only 55, so the healthcare is basically all out of pocket for you.
Yes.
Yeah, and many people down here do that.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
You know, I think a lot of the retirees are concerned of making sure that they have health insurance coverage.
Yes.
You can get some good policies down here. What do you think of the medical facilities here in terms of quality
Excellent.
and doctors and dentists and basically all your medical support system?
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is that because you think Vallarta is such an important international resort area and frankly, they like to live here?
I think it's basically supply and demand. We've got
Yeah.
a lot of people who want quality, and so the quality is coming here. A lot of, I mean, there's a lot of people that also go to Guadalajara. They want different procedures or stuff, so they, you know. the
And it's not that far.
Doctors will
Yeah.
come from.
With the new highway, it will be something like 3.5
That's
hours.
right.
So you can get to Guadalajara quite
Mm-hmm.
quickly. What do you do for, do you work all the time or do you actually have some time to
If you
have some
ask-
leisure time?
If you ask my son that, yeah, she works all the time.
Yeah.
No, I take my son. Like we will go to say Tegua Mixley.
Where's that?
Tegua is down south, about 2 hours. Maito and Tegua, they're right next to each other. They're a little fishing village.
Is this the area where you go into El Tuito and then take the road down?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, but you have to have like a serious Jeep or something, SUV or something to handle that.
Yeah, I've got a couple vehicles, but I'd always take my truck. I wouldn't take my car.
Take the truck, yeah. Is it a dirt road?
Yes,
Yeah, okay. But is it 2 hours from El Tuito or 2 hours from?
2 hours from Vallarta.
From Las Gaviotas?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
just over 2 hours. Yeah,
What do you like about Maito in that area?
It's untouched. I mean, Maito is just the sand. It's very, very. nice.
Nobody's there.
Nobody's there. The
Yeah.
odd time you see somebody, it's like, what are you doing here? Like, it's getting away from everybody.
But that's right on the ocean, that's not on the
Yeah,
bay,
exactly.
right? That's,
That's open water. That's rough water.
yeah, that's Cabo Corrientes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Very pretty out there.
so, you do any snorkeling or
Yes.
sailing or?
Snorkeling.
Where do you snorkel?
What's the name of the street? Off of Highway 200, there's a street called Calle Easy,
Uh-huh.
Easy Street,
Uh-huh,
and right in front of like El Sat and Lindomar, beautiful snorkeling.
Oh,
because
really?
they've got a bunch-
is that Lower Conchichinas?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there are a lot of
nice.
rocks there, so, and
Yeah,
it's not too deep,
that's right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Quimisto
No.
for snorkeling? That's supposed to be
Ah,
excellent.
nice. Okay.
Yeah, there are a couple of places, Las Caletas, Quimisto. What about sailing? You out sailing or?
Never sailed.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Not yet.
Yeah, well, that's another thing for you to do.
Exactly.
Yeah. How many hours a week do you work, do you think?
All the time. I'm the owner of the company, so owners of companies work all the time.
How many employees do you have?
8.
You have 8 employees.
Yeah.
Are they all in your office in Plaza Caracol?
No, I've got the property managers out on the road, cleaning people out on the road. I've got 2 in the office.
Mhm.
But,
All right. What kind of changes have you seen over the last 12 years of living here?
oh,
Quite
so
a few.
much. Yeah, yeah. Just the growth of Vallarta is incredible. Yeah, huge amount of construction. The restaurants that are coming in, the stuff that's closed, like. Yeah,
And then one of the biggest changes is the north of the airport all the way up to Punta de Mita. That is
it's
just
incredible.
boomed.
Yes. Yeah.
Nuevo Vallarta used to be this area about 15 minutes north of the airport that was kind of Florida-like suburban setting
Yeah.
with very nice beaches and that. And then Bucerias was a little small community up there, a little farther up, a little 2-lane road that went up there, and not much traffic. But
Now it's incredible.
there are 200,000 people in that area. It's like 4-lane divided with
right.
lots of traffic now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there are lots of options for people who are looking to rent down here. But your
Definitely.
company, which is Debbie the Property Girl, you don't go north of the airport, though. You basically concentrate your business down in the more Puerto Vallarta and its surrounding area.
I go from our furthest rental south, and we manage out there as well, is Girasalser. Our furthest to the north is Via Magna, which is in Nuevo Vallarta. I think we have 8 properties in Nuevo Vallarta that we manage, and I think there's about 15 rentals, and the rest is in the Bay Area. Yeah, so we don't go out too far. Nothing past Via Magna.
So you're planning on staying here for a while?
Yes, quite a while.
Is Vallarta going to be
Yeah,
your place?
I think so. Yeah,
Why do you love it so much?
Now I think it's definitely growing on me. It's very relaxed, even though I'm very busy. The odd time that I've gone home to Vancouver, I can't wait to get back here. It's like your shoulders go down an extra inch, and you just like it's like you breathe the fresh air when you get here. It's very.
It is a completely
relaxing.
different lifestyle,
Yeah,
isn't it?
It is.
And the people are so warm and wonderful here.
Yeah, very welcoming. Yeah, always eager to help. Yeah,
And they always say good morning.
that's right. That's right. Buen dia.
If you were going to give a piece of advice to somebody thinking about moving here, to check it out, or they've been here many times and are convinced this is the place for them, what kind of pointers would you give them moving down here?
I would say move down. Like, the border is not going to close behind you. And that's what I had to talk myself into when I made the move, because it's a big move, but it's just like you can go home anytime, but you probably won't.